Breath of twilight caresses the air. The river mist hangs sweet and fair. The evening swallows, they whisper their tune, dancing on the moon. Why have the stars called us here?
Hey, welcome. That was our introduction. Welcome to Songwriters Alive with Tom Cooney. Our special guest is Colin O'Leary. Hey, Colin.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Good. Hey, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, it's great. Hey, Colin's a singer-songwriter out of Easton, Pennsylvania. And he plays Americana and with a traditional folk orientation, too, and trying to put a contemporary spin on it as well. Is that a good general description of what you like?
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I grew up playing old folk music, so I'm trying to do a more modern spin on it. So it's a good description.
Great. What kind of stuff did you listen to?
Just a lot of, my main guy was Bob Dylan, a lot of Bob Dylan, Paul Simon too, and Richard Thompson are probably my top three that I just grew up listening to. So trying to put that, through this different kind of lens, that's, what I'm trying to do. But
yeah, nice. Yeah, I came late to listening to Richard Thompson. He is probably 10 years ago is when I really started listening to him seriously. He really surprised me.
No, he's an amazing songwriter. I love him.
I love his live albums, and what a good guitarist he is too.
Oh yeah, he's like probably my number one most influential guitar player for me, and a lot of my playing is based off of that. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to ask you about the guitar a little bit later on, but
yeah,
like we like to do on this show on Songwriters Alive, we like to get right into the music. And what were you thinking of sharing with folks for your first tune?
Yeah, so this first one, it's a song called Violet, and it's I wrote it a few years ago. It's probably one of my favorite songs to play out live at open mics and just at shows I have. So I'll just play it for you, if that's cool. Awesome. So this one, it's called Violet.
Off in my violent ways, cynical with nothing to say, overt or rebellion from a girl named Violet McQueen. Trapped in blues, I was trapped in streetlight. I mowed it down and escaped the night, headed to their rebellion, headed to their Violet McQueen, where I fed my conscious mind. I inhaled on them beautiful sights. She held me out. philosophy made sense of catastrophe. Northern lights in our periphery, psychedelically seeing things, and I fed my conscious mind. I inhaled on that beautiful side. She held me out, I let her in on violin. Where do I begin? And I forgot the feeling for a little bit. I never let it come my way. We fled the scene, we went back to what we left. Now I know we should have stayed, should have stayed. When I look back through my memory, she is there looking back at me. Come on, Violet, come on, take the lead. Take me back to that remedy when I fed my conscious mind. I inhaled on the beautiful side. She held me out, I let her in on violin. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Where do I begin?
Wow, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
Great tune. Called Violet?
Yeah, Violet, yeah. That's
Yeah.
one I'm trying to record now, so.
Oh, great finger picking on that tune.
Oh, thank you so much. I love the finger picking.
Yeah, and the name is really catchy, Violet McQuinn.
Yep, yeah. Yeah, it's just about like an old friend and just kind of like getting lost and you know, just doing stuff that you're probably not allowed or supposed to do, but just doing it anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now was she trying to get back to the remedy, or was she someone who helped you to get back to your remedy? Because that was a great line.
Yes, so I kind of interpret it as like the person, like the speaker in that song is just kind of like lost and like down and like kind of like just a lot of worry and a lot of like fear, and like she's kind of like the person that's like the carefree kind of person that will like kind of like a spiritual like guide to like help you through that. So like I would say like she is like the person giving the speaker the remedy in that song. So that's the way I just see that as like this person is like the spirit, like that's kind of spiritual guide for the speaker in the song.
Yeah, that is wonderful. A great line.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, it almost sounds like the character is kind of a muse of sorts.
Yeah. I was just like, I've been playing this song for like a couple of years, and I'm just like trying to figure out like, who this person is. And just like every time I play it, it's like someone different to me, I think, but it's still like that same kind of like aura.
Yeah, isn't that amazing the way songs can do that? There's some
Yeah.
songs you fully understand when you write them and play them, and others have so many emotions in them
Yeah.
that you feel different emotions when you perform the song multiple times.
Yeah. And it just like every performance is like almost different, I think.
Yeah, I wrote a tune about a hospital worker at the start of the pandemic
Okay.
called "Make It Home Today," wishing that they make it home.
Hmm.
And at the start of the pandemic, it was like something functional. It was the numbers weren't real crazy yet, and this person was just worried.
Hmm.
As the pandemic got worse, each time I played the song, it was much harder to perform.
Oh yeah.
Really strange.
Yeah, as it like, yeah, that makes sense. Like as it gets more devastating and
Yeah.
becomes more difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Hey, we're with Colin O'Leary from Easton, Pennsylvania, folks. This is Songwriters Live with Tom Cooney. We air our new episode the first Monday of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube Rocking the Valley. It's available thereafter in the song list, Songwriters Live on Rocking the Valley YouTube and on Tom Cooney Music YouTube, and my Songwriters Alive playlist there too. This is our 21st episode. We've had a lot of great guests so far from Philly and up around Lehigh Valley. So was guitar your first instrument?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I dabbled. Like I started out with playing violin for like 2 months, and then wasn't good at that at all. And then so I dabbled with. I was actually originally a bass player. I played like in like punk and alternative bands like in high school and stuff. So I was originally a bass player, but then my mom got me a acoustic guitar and just started getting into like Americana and folk music from there.
Oh, that's great. And
Yeah.
you pick songs up on your own and on the internet and some songbooks, or did you also study formally with someone, or?
Yeah, well, it started out that way. I started out like just trying to do things by ear, but it was just getting to be like difficult to do that. So like I got a guitar teacher and I started off playing like jazz and classical and learning how to read music and all that to like better understand that. I also in like high school I took music theory classes and all that. So I mean I really tried to like understand. I mean I still don't really like understand a lot of it, but I really try to understand like music theory because it's like I don't know. I don't understand how some players like can't know anything about music theory. So
Yeah.
I started off like doing classical guitar and working with a teacher with that, and surprisingly, I mean, you wouldn't think that would help, but that really helped a lot
Yeah.
with like finger picking too. I mean, it just teaches you like the techniques and everything. So
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
yeah.
You still dabble in the bass at all these days?
I actually don't even own a bass, so no. I don't have a bass. Like I have I have a banjo, I have a ukulele. I play the banjo. That's probably like my second instrument is banjo at this point. I played guitar and banjo the most, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, again, we're with Colin O'Leary. This is Songwriters Live with Tom Cooney, and we're going to ask Colin to play his second tune. And what were you thinking of sharing this time around?
Yeah, so this one's I'll play this. Yeah, so this one's a song called the Dandelion Song. I'm also recording this with my friend Bobby. So it's it goes like this.
I've been overthinking again, wondering how long it's been. Have you been thinking about me, or did you forget? I didn't mean to shut you out or let you get lost in the crowd. You were shouting for me, but I let you down. The dandelions have taken shelter. Melanie, I was too much. You got too close. You wrote me a letter, and I just tore it apart again. Drive me on through the rain and through the unknown, and you will never let me walk alone. We would sit in the chapel hall, greet the sun and watch it fall. I turned my head when I heard you call. But then the lights have taken shelter. Melanie, I was too much. Got too close, you wrote me a letter, and I just tore it apart again. Was never meant to be a goodbye, but you can blame it on me, 'cause I didn't try. And now we stand miles and more. What's it like in cold New York? I've been thinking about what we were like before. The lights have taken shelter. Melanie, I was too much. Got too close, you wrote me a letter, and I just tore it apart again.
Boy, beautiful. Nice tune.
Thank you.
Really nice. What was the name of that one?
I call that one the Dandelion song.
Yeah. That's what you said.
So, yeah.
And again, it seems like it's about another character.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe just growing up with like listening to Bob Dylan and Richard Thompson, I read a lot of like character-based songs. But yeah, that one's about like back when I was living in New York, I befriended a lady that worked in a chapel, and so we became good friends. She would just give me rides home from work, and but I haven't seen her since, and I haven't really, it's been a while since like we talked, so that's how that came about.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how songwriters use the song to communicate across time and distance.
Yeah, and it's like, that song like kind of came easier to me because I'm just like, yeah, man, I really miss this person, but it's just hard to reach back out at this point. It's been so many years, but so I'm just like, I guess I'll write a song about it. Maybe that'll make me feel better.
Yeah, and it's also, isn't it kind of interesting? Like it's something, again, we talked about impulse. It's something you have to do because this thing has been on your mind for so long. How am I going to process these feelings about this person so far in the past?
Exactly.
I have to, though. I have to work through.
Yeah, that's what I love. Yeah, that's why I love songwriting, because it's like you said, it's like it is an impulse. It's kind of like there's no other way to like put down like the way you're acting, or like the way you're thinking, I guess. And so like you just like the best way to do it is just to sit down like with a notepad and write something, like to like you said, like process it, like in hopes that it makes you feel somewhat, better, or more fulfilled.
Yes, or less confused sometimes.
I would say, yeah, less confused is a better way.
I wrote. I never wrote a letter song like "Dear So and So"
Uh-huh.
until last year,
Hmm.
when I figured out that for me, for this person, that using that mechanism of "Dear So and So," but never, of course, the undelivered letter concept.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
And I wrote the song, and I actually have played it two or three times.
Oh really?
And it is. I'm the person. I use an alternate name, of course, but I'm
Oh,
hoping.
okay, yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
if the person ever hears it, it's gonna be pretty obvious who it is. So
Oh yeah. Well, that song I just played, like, I used a modified form of the name. Like I didn't, I
yeah,
mean, that's the other thing too, like songwriting, it's like also like I go with technique and what word, because it is poetry, so you have to think about what words sound
yeah,
good in that stanza, so, or that verse, so
yeah.
like what fits, but yeah.
Uh, am I correct in guessing that since a lot of your stuff is character based
Hmm.
and comes off as a great story, that the
Hmm.
lyrics are more first for you than the music, or
Actually, no, it's always been the opposite. Like I always come up with like the music first, because I mean I see myself more like first and foremost as like a musician. Like that's like, songwriting kind of like, I guess, came later for me. Like some people start off as like songwriters and then like learn to play. Like I've always been a musician first and foremost. So like for me, like, I just think of a melody, kind of like, just think of a melody and like just let the words kind of like, oh, that, you know, I could see that song being about this, or this song, like the note, the music just kind of gives me this feel. So I'll write about that.
interesting? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always music for me first.
No, no, it doesn't. Hey, we're with Colin O'Leary, and hey, let me spell that for folks out in the audience. Our songwriters, we want to make sure you're out in the listening audience know exactly how to find our songwriters. It's Colin, that's one N, O'Leary. And so on the web and on his social media presence, there's no apostrophe, although I imagine in real life there is.
There is, yeah.
So it's Colin O'Leary and O'Leary, and Colin O'Leary Music is where you're going to find most of his social media and web. As a matter of fact, I was going to have you help us take a look at your Instagram page.
Sure.
I'm going to do a screen share right here. And here we go. And so that is Instagram.com/Colin O'Leary Music. And you can see how it's spelled right on the top of the page with a picture of Colin there playing guitar on the left. You've got a lot of great pictures on this site.
Yeah, some decent, yeah, some good photographers.
Yeah. Where was that taken?
That was at Easton Urban Farm a couple months ago. It was a outdoor show for that community. So
Yeah.
that was the mural that they all painted.
Oh, you've got some TikTok stuff on there too.
Yeah, I got some TikTok stuff. That was an original song I was working on at the time. Try to show people that.
See if I can get.
Can't take back those moments on this fire escape. I can't leave unnoticed. I can't leave this way.
Well, that's beautiful. What's that song about? I love the sense of place there. It starts out on a fireplace.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's I mean, the song, that song is called Fire Escape, so it's about, yeah,
Yeah, that's a great sense of place immediately in the song.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and again, nice finger picking. Yeah,
That's my Martin right there. So that's the
I was gonna say
yeah.
those sound so distinct. I've
Yeah.
always been a Taylor player,
Oh, okay.
but I love Martins too.
Yeah, Martins. Well, I love Martins. I don't think I can ever get away from those.
That's a great pick. Now that's the one you're using at the top of your Instagram page too.
Yeah, yeah, that's my profile pic. Yeah.
Here's a gig picture.
Yep. Yeah.
And where's that?
So that was at a Lost Tavern in Bethlehem.
Oh yeah.
like the Bethlehem location. I was playing my friend Billy Bauer and Chris their break.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was back then before COVID.
And the banjo you mentioned.
Yep. Here's my banjo.
About how many years after guitar did you start banjo?
Uh, what was it? I started playing like, acoustic guitar. I mean, guitar in general more seriously when I was 13, 14. So I got a banjo senior year of high school. So yeah, I started that like probably 4 years after that.
Just incredible. Another TikTok one.
I hear the drizzle of the rain.
I thought that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. One of my favorite songs.
That's about as much of a snippet we can get away with on an original music program.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And you have a friend there with you in this picture.
Yeah, it's my mom's dog Luna. So I always try to bring her out when I can.
That's wonderful. We're looking at Instagram.com/Colin O'Leary Music. And that's where you can find all these great pics and all these great snippets of TikTok of songs he's been working on or songs he's written, and a great place to go get some background information. And also, you mentioned SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
SoundCloud is the exact same format, folks. It's soundcloud.com/Colin O'Leary Music. And you've got some covers. And let me ask you about covers. What kinds of covers do you find yourself leaning toward?
So I mean, I guess my philosophy with like covers, I try to do, I mean, with some exceptions, but I try to do songs that like a lot of people don't know or wouldn't really know, not on the mainstream kind of tunes.
Yeah.
Because I like sharing music just, as much as anything. So I like to share other people's songs and other people's music that, don't really get a huge platform. And it's like, it's a good feeling for me when it's like I play a song and, cover somebody else's and be like, oh, who is that? And I'll be like, oh, it's this person. And then they can check them out from there. So
yeah. One of the songwriting groups I belong to down toward Philly is the Philadelphia Area Songwriters Alliance, PASA. Mm-hmm. And PASA has, once a year, they have a Cover Me party.
Okay.
Where you confidentially, without only the person organizing it knows, that you can sign up to cover another member's song.
Oh wow,
so you
that's cool.
You don't know what's going to happen till that night.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never heard of that.
Great way to tip your hat to your fellow songwriters. That's
yeah.
Let them know what you like and respect. And
yeah,
cool. So the original tune here, now I'll play a snippet of this original tune, not unless you're going to play Save Me.
Nah, yeah, you could play this one. I'm still trying to work the arrangement on the guitar, so that I wrote that on banjo, so.
I see. All right, let's play a little bit of this. Yeah, this is Save Me by Colin O'Leary.
Drowning deeper with the sea, and you notice me getting tangled in the weeds, and you chose to save me, you chose to save me. And that place I've seen was the darkest one I've seen. I learned to change, and I befriended my hearts I met, I treated them just like a friend. But you watched my step and guided me off from the edge. And you chose to save me. You chose to save me.
Boy, that's a wonderful tune.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, really. The introspective nature of your writing is very honest and very direct, and you sound very comfortable in your songwriting voice, writing in that style that you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be, opening the kimono and taking the walls down, but you're very direct, and you sound really comfortable doing it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just think it's I mean, this is kind of like my voice and like the kind of art that I choose to pursue, and I've been working at it for a while. But I mean, I just think I'm at my most comfortable. I think. I mean, sometimes there's that like, that initial like, oh, what are these people gonna think of my songs, and like, are they, is this song good enough? And I still get that. I'm like, I don't know, what I think of this song. Is this like a bad lyric or this, that? But at the very least, like, I try to be like, with my songs, like, I try to be as honest as possible, because I just think you kind of have to be to communicate with the listener. So that's just like my view of that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. You have to be honest with yourself and honest to the concept you're working on, and not shy away from it.
Yeah.
I remember one of the great quotes that I like, and I just read it again just a little while ago. It was written by Hemingway, where Hemingway was talking about the difficulty of writing sometimes, and what other writers were writing about, were asking him. He said, sometimes you just have to write the one thing, the truest thing at that time. Write that one true thing.
Yeah.
Write the next true thing that is true.
That's right. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that stuff.
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason he's a great writer.
Truly amazing. This is Songwriters Alive with Tom Cooney. We're on Rocking the Valley YouTube the first Monday of every month, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can catch this later in the playlist there for Songwriters Alive, and on my Tom Cooney Music YouTube page in my playlist, Songwriters Alive. Our special guest this time is Colin O'Leary from Easton, Pennsylvania, and we've been looking at Colin's SoundCloud and Instagram, hearing some of the songs there, and we've also had the pleasure of listening to Colin play live today. Be sure that you reach out to Colin and check out his sites. So that is soundcloud.com/Colin O'Leary Music and Instagram.com/Colin O'Leary Music. Hey, so again, we're with Colin O'Leary, and as you know, you've seen our past episodes, I get to contribute one or two songs, and I'm going to contribute one song this time. I try to play something that matches the style of our guests, so we don't put this thing in the right field and start playing some Thelonious Monk or something. So I wrote about hospital worker working at the beginning of the pandemic. And it's amazing the song's becoming important again as more frontline workers are under another wave of the COVID pandemic. And we thank them for their service and sacrifice. Be smart, mask up, vaccine up, and please protect these folks. They're doing everything for you. This is called Make It Home Today. Hospital shift ends. I shed my tears, shed my clothes. I leave my band of brothers and sisters on the front lines to carry the load. I trudge home my family. I kiss them through the glass of my back porch where I sleep. Oh, I don't know how much more I can last till I hold their hands, hold their hearts. So I smile to let them know they are still loved, they have respect. But soon it's time for work, so I go. I ain't no hero, but I know there's a life I can save. It's my calling, so I go. I hope I make it home today. I hope I make it home today. We need more tests. We need to trace. My day-old mask won't protect my face. We need ventilators and leaders with heart. What a screwed up human race. Every patient is someone's love. There's someone's rock, someone's friend. I must be all those things to them if I'm the last one at the end. So I hold their hands, hold their hearts. I smile to let them know they are still loved, they have respect. And if it's time, just let go. I ain't no hero, but I know there's a life I can save. It's my calling, so I go. I hope I make it home today. I ain't no hero, but I know there's a life that I can save. It's my calling, so I go. I hope I make it home today. I hope I make it home today.
That was a good tune, Tom.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was "Make It Home Today," a tune I wrote at the beginning of the pandemic back in April of 2020. Yeah, that was one of those ones I talked about earlier where it's emotionally different every time you play it.
Yeah. I like how it, I mean, you use a lot of, in the first verse, it seems like a lot of like descriptive imagery, like, you know, the kissing the, you know, person through the glass. And then I like how it switches as the song goes on to like a more like topical feel and, you know, talking about how screwed up we are with everything. And yeah, I definitely like that shift in there.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a mix of thanks and care and sorrow and anger. What was
I was going to say anger. I felt some anger in there too. And
yeah. And
really, it's like a melting pot.
yeah, it is. It is kind of fun. I definitely appreciate that. And
no problem.
And I kind of like it where it gets down to the individual life in the last verse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every patient is somebody's love. There's somebody's rock. There's somebody.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all about the person. And in the end. So don't forget that we've looked at a couple of sites of Colin's already. So on Instagram, it is instagram.com/Colin O'Leary. And on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Colin, Colin O'Leary Music.
Yeah.
Both of those.
Yep.
Colin, I know there's a couple things you wanted to show on your website and a couple of upcoming gigs that you wanted to talk about as well. Let's do a screen share here.
All right.
And there's the website, and it is colinolearymusic.com. And I see on your main page you have some of the tunes you've been talking about, some of the covers again.
Yep.
The Tallest Man on the Earth cover.
Mm-hmm.
Save Me, which we did hear that great snippet of from your SoundCloud. What a beautiful song.
Thank you.
And a Steel Train cover and an Elvis cover. Elvis Presley.
Yeah, it was a while back. I was it was messing around with the new mic I got, so I was like, why not?
Isn't that a funny tune, though? It's timeless.
Oh yeah, I still love the song. No matter how much it gets played.
Yeah, we're looking at, for those of you who might be watching on a phone later with the small type, it's Can't Help Falling in Love. The great Elvis Presley ballad is what we're looking at there. And let's see, over here on the menu, there are a few extra photos I wanted to talk about here. Great pic of you here at Godfrey Daniels.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
Yeah. You look all clean shaven there, Colin.
Yeah, it was back when I didn't have a beard, so.
And were you opening for someone, or was that part of an event, or?
Yeah, it was a part of the open mic that they do. I think that was probably 2 years ago, but I always tried to go to those open mics because I just I liked hearing all the songwriters there and the stories that they would tell. So,
but it's a magical place.
Yeah.
Magical stage. A little darkness on that one. And there's a festival in Bath you played at.
Yep. Spuds and Suds.
And Fab Lab, what is that?
That's the Northampton Community College on South Side.
Right, yeah.
They have like music there sometimes, so just thought I would check it out that one time.
That's another great picture.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I want to go over to the gigs coming up because you've got a really pretty big gig going up there and the type is not showing up there. So I want you to tell folks that first gig.
Yeah, so I'm playing Music Fest August 11th at 6:30, Main Street stage. So yeah, it should be fun if anyone wants to come out and hear some. I'm gonna be playing a lot of my own stuff and maybe a few covers, but mostly my own stuff. But yeah, it should be a good time. I hope the weather holds up and it's good weather, and yeah.
Definitely write that date down, folks. That's August 11th at Music Fest, the great festival held in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania every year. Mm-hmm. August 11th at Music Fest on the Main Street stage from 6:30 to 7:30. Colin O'Leary. Great to hear him live, as you can tell by his live playing here. And a performer, good guitarist, great lyrics. Make sure you go out and hear him. And you've got another one here coming up at the Easton Farmers Market.
Yep. Yeah, so that's just down there at Scott Park stage, which is close to the river. That's a morning gig, so 10 a.m. to 12. Just a lot of, it's a lot of mellow music, so it's just a lot of, while you're picking your fruits and veggies, just listen to some music.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of farmers markets. I always dust out my old farm-based songs like the Dave Mallet tune, Inch by Inch, Row by Row, How I Make My Garden Grow. I pick out all those tunes,
Yeah.
And of course, your contact information was the last thing that I wanted to show here. And again, we've got a little bit of dark font here, so I want to make sure if you can highlight for folks your contact there.
Yeah, so reaching out to me, colinolearymusic@gmail.com. It's the main email address I use for all my music related stuff. If not that, I also, take messages on, Facebook and Instagram, the same, Colin O'Leary Music. And also, I also have a contact page there too if you want. But I mean, probably the best is that email or, Instagram messaging. That's
That's
what I go. Yeah.
also lots of ways to get a hold of Colin directly, or on
Yeah.
the contact page here on his website, or directly at colinolerimusic@gmail.com. Definitely. Okay. Well, thanks for showing us your website.
No problem.
And I want to thank you for being our guest before you take us out with your last selection. Everyone I know listening enjoys your music, but I have to tell you that I enjoy it too. It is, as I told you, wonderful guitar work and very direct and introspective lyric writing. And it's been
Thank
a
you.
real pleasure listening to your stuff.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me and thank you for inviting me. Um, this has just been a really good experience, and I love getting to talk with other songwriters about songs and music. So,
That is wonderful. Look
yeah.
for the premiere of this episode next Monday night on Rocking the Valley at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And Colin, what were you thinking of taking folks out with?
Yeah, so this last song, I'm also currently in the process of recording with my friend. This song is called Highs and Lows, and it goes like this.
Midnight, I'm losing sleep. One more night, one more shot. She is there, she is well and happy. And I'm lost in thought. Maybe I fell too hard. Maybe I'm not over it. I tried my best, and she let down her guard, but I lost that bet. On the highs and the lows, I met someone. She let me go like a highway ghost. She drove away all alone, and here I am, waiting for it all to make sense. I wanna make a work of art underneath that moonlight. I always thought she would finish what I start, but now it's lost in time. The summer wind drifting through ignites all my memories. She is there, she is breaking all the rules, and I'm still losing sleep. On the highs and the lows, I met someone. She let me go like a highway ghost. She drove away all alone, and here I can do another day, and I can take another storm, and I can sit, I can't wait for her to change, 'cause I'm already torn. Tell myself to leave it, to close my eyes, to close the door. She is there, she reminds me what I miss, and now I'm wanting more of the highs and the lows. I miss one. She let me go like a highway ghost. She drove away all alone, and here I am, waiting for it all to make sense. I'm just waiting for it all to make sense. I'm just waiting for it all to make sense.
Oh, a wonderful tune.
Thank you.
Wonderful tune.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much again for joining us. Great. Our guest has been Colin O'Leary. Make sure to find him at Colin O'Leary Music on Instagram.com and SoundCloud.com and ColinO'LearyMusic.com on his website. Catch him on August 11th at 6:30 p.m. at Music Fest. Yep. Great young songwriter, great perspective style, wonderful finger picking, good axe work.
Oh, thank you so much, Tom. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, and thanks for sharing your insights on the craft with everyone as well.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, wonderful. Best of luck in all your musical endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, take care. And this has been Songwriters Live with Tom Cooney, and we're here on the first and third Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Rocking the Valley YouTube. The new episode is the first Monday, and that's where you'll see this one the first Monday of August at 7 p.m. Everyone be safe, be well, be kind, be positive. We'll see you all next time.
The breath of twilight caresses the air. The river mist hangs sweet and fair. The evening swallows, they whisper their tune, dancing on the moon. Why have the stars called us here?